Well guys, it's here. It's finally here. We are no longer being teased with tiny snippets. We've finally been given the first taste of what's to come in Game of Thrones. It's a little bit confusing, but I like it. The first trailer of the Game of Thrones Season 8 finally dropped, and man, what a mind-blowing trailer it was. I must have watched it about 6 or 7 times by now, just before making this video, and I've got a couple of theories or ideas, even as to what the trailer scene is all about. So let's dive in. Welcome to Game of Thronelore. My name is Dean, and this is the Season 8 trailer breakdown.
You have to protect him. All this horror that's come to my family. It's all because I couldn't love a motherless child.
You are a Stark. You might not have my name. You have my blood.
Okay guys, let's break this trailer down. So, the trailer begins with Jon, Sansa and Arya all being down in the family crypt. Now, as Jon walks to his apparent destination, let's face it, he's not down there for nothing. He walks by his mother Lyanna Stark's memorial monument, where there's an overlay of her voice speaking her final words to her brother Ned, which was to protect her son.
You know him. You have to protect him.
Now, this is quite a heartbreaking yet beautiful scene from last season, and we also see the bird feather that's blown out of Lyanna Stark's hands, and as many of you will remember, that was placed there by Robert Baratheon way back when he visited Winterfell in the very first episode of the very first season. So the scene now cuts to Sansa, like Jon, walking at a fast pace right past her mother Catelyn's monument, with this time the overlaying voice of Catelyn saying that all the horror that has come to the family was because she couldn't love a motherless child.
Since then, all this horror that's come to my family. It's all because I couldn't love a motherless child.
Again, some of you, or many of you, will remember Catelyn admitting she could have treated Jon so much better way back in Season 3. After all, he did not ask for the situation he was placed in, but it's clear that he took the blunt end for Ned's apparent infidelity to his wife. That never even happened. There's a crossover of character to Arya when Catelyn speaks, but it's right as she finishes. Now, this is just my opinion, but I thought Arya deserved a little more screen time at the beginning, if I'm honest. So it cuts right back to Jon, this time walking by Ned's memorial monument, and it's Ned's voice with the overlay from his quote from the first season when he stated that even though Jon did not have his name, he still had his blood.
You might not have my name. You have my blood.
Which is a completely correct fact. Jon did have Stark blood in him. So now we see Arya, Jon and Sansa all meet in the middle of the crypt. My first question, did Arya pass by anyone? Possibly, I think it's left out for a future extended version of the trailer, because we see Jon pass by Lyanna and we see him pass by Ned. We see Sansa pass by her mother, so if you ask me, I think maybe Arya's gonna pass by Robb. I think with Arya, you know, she did deserve a little more time earlier on in the beginning of this trailer, but hey, I may be wrong, but it's a possibility. So the three stare at the monuments of themselves placed before them in the crypt to quite a horrified and shocking look on their faces. Jon's torch is then blown out and ice appears upon the crypt floor. It ends with both Jon and Arya drawing their swords while Sansa steps behind the two. So the next question I have is why they're down in the crypt in the first place. What's brought them down there? Now I can't deny that as soon as I seen the statues of the trio and the look on their faces, I thought, okay, this is definitely Cersei Lannister level of sickness to do something like that. Clearly luring them down to send a message that she'll win no matter what, and what they see before them is their fate. It's such a Cersei thing to do though, right? But obviously it's not her, but how fitting would it be? Because don't forget, Cersei does not plan on keeping that truce. Anyway, even seeing the ice on the floor kind of ruled that out too, but I think it's a cool thought if you ask me. Then I thought, how would she even get someone to build them and get them down there? How would someone even build the statues without the Starks noticing? It didn't really make much sense to me, which is why the possibility then came into my mind that this could be a dream sequence or some sort of vision of the future. So I'll come back to that in a moment, but the trailer really indicates that this season is heavily going to be about Jon discovering who he is, and for a brief moment I thought that this was moments after he actually discovered his true identity and he was frantically rushing to the crypt to look for some sort of clue until it hit me. It's all too convenient. It has to be some sort of sequence of a dream or some vision. It's got to be something like that. So look, we know how powerful the Night King is. Not only can he reanimate the dead, we all know that, but he can also enter into visions or dreams, and even physically touch the person. So honestly, I wouldn't put it past him being able to enter into Jon's dream and show him the fate that awaited him, or even attack Jon in his own dream. We just don't know the full extent of the Night King's power, and I think that's why his character is actually so incredible. So I think if the Starks went down to the crypt, they'd all walk together, in one direction, on the same path, not meet in the middle, which again further strengthens my belief that it's a dream, and I think it's also a connected dream between the three. But it all remains to be seen, and it all remains to be revealed. That is it for me, guys. I'm going to go with a dream sequence, but what about you? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Did I miss anything? Maybe I was a little bit overwhelmed by watching the trailer. It's all new, I'm still taking it in, but I was just so excited I needed to make a video. Anyway guys, I'll see you all in the next video, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever, so please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do. It's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content, so if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDNJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.